This is a Q50 model kids GPS watch. The most important thing you'll need again is a micro SD that has airtime and data loaded on it. The data is for the GPS tracking function, so if you don't have data, the GPS won't work. The airtime is so that the watch can make calls, and if it doesn't have airtime, then that function also won't work. So the first thing you need to do is insert this. That's at the back of the watch. Take off the little cover. Remove battery pack. And insert. Yeah. Like this. Just back and put back. And there are 4 little screws that go in there. The watch is charged with a cable that connects to a USB slot that comes in right over here. In order to switch the phone on, you push the middle button, which is the power button. And it is on, and it has a function that prevents it from accidentally being switched off. So in order to switch it off, you need to push the SOS button 5 times, followed by the top and bottom side buttons on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands off, and switch back on. So before you register the watch onto your phone, you need to be absolutely sure that you did load airtime and data onto the micro SIM. Then another important thing to check is whether you have a signal bar in the top left corner. If there's no signal bar, then you have problems. There should be at least one signal bar for the process to continue. Then stop. Yeah, you can stop. When you're sure that you have a signal bar and everything else is ready, then you need to load the SE Tracker app onto your phone. You can go to your App Store or Play Store and search SE Tracker. And it's already installed onto this phone, but this is how it'll look like. Okay. Then, in order to register, okay, well, once it's installed onto the phone, there's the icon, and you can open it up. And you go to register. On the registration section, you have a couple of areas you need to fill in. The first one is very important, the registration code. On this model of watch, it comes with a sticker that starts with ID and then the number. In the newest shipment, we have a registration code that looks like this, and that's also acceptable, but these model watches all look like this, ID and then the number. But it's very important that you do not use the IMEI number or the number that comes with the barcode on the box. That's really not going to work. You need to either use this sticker with the reg code if you can find it. Otherwise, this one that says ID and the number is what you need to use. So we put in the number. The account number is the number of the phone that you're using, or your email, just to put in your account. Any nickname? The P number is very important. That is the number of the SIM card, the micro SIM that you have installed into the watch. So if you have the number for the micro SIM, that's what you need to put in right here. And the password. And the password again. Language English, and area should be Europe and Africa. Then OK. Register OK. Once you've registered with the app, you open it up and log in. Then you'll come to the screen. In order to track the watch, you'll go to Map, and it will load a regular looking map with a little box with some details of where the watch is at that time. If the details it's giving you is in red, that means that it's being tracked by satellites, and it's quite accurate, up to 5 to 10 meters. If the text is in blue, it means that it's being tracked by cell phone towers. So you can't actually put contacts on the phone or update the time of the phone using the phone itself. In order to do that, you need to go to the app under Settings. To set the time for the phone, you would go to Language and Time Zone and choose the appropriate GMT for South Africa, which would be +2. And OK. Then, in order to add numbers to for the watch to be able to call, you go to Telephone, and this is sort of your address book that you can enter numbers, up to 10 of them. So just press and type the name, and press and type the number, and then press Save. It'll say Modify, and it'll send the information to the watch. And now this contact list is on the phone. So in order to access the contact list on the phone, you press the bottom button, and there it is. In order to scroll or browse the phone book, you just push the top or bottom buttons until you pick one that you want to call. Then you press and hold the button in order to make the call. So it's busy dialing. And to abort the call, it's the middle button. Alright, so that's how you phone from the watch to the phone. Then, to call from the phone to the watch, you just do a regular call. You can go to your contacts list and phone the number that is on the micro SD in the watch. Alternatively, you can go to Map, Phone, then you enter the number of the micro SD that's in the watch, press OK, and call. And you have the phone ringing on the watch. Then to abort the call, again, side button. You can also send voice messages from the phone to the watch and from the watch to the phone, but you can't send messages to all the contacts on the contact list. You can only send it to the phone that's linked to the watch. So in order to do that, you go to the app, open up Chat, start record, Kittens are very cute. It'll automatically send it. Then in order to listen to the message, you press the SOS button. Okay. So in order to send a message from the watch to the phone, you press and hold the middle button. But I like puppies more. Wait.
But I like puppies more.
The other functions of the app are also quite interesting. You have under health, the ability to count your steps, count your calories, count the distance that you walked or how many times you've turned over in your sleep. To access these functions, you open them up and switch them on or off. So on or off, modifying that. You can also track your movements. This is the route that you've taken, your history basically. Then you have the geofence function, which is like setting, you can set a boundary around a geographical area, and with the watch crosses over that boundary that you set, it will automatically send you an alert. Then under settings, you also have monitoring, you have a SOS number that you could send, you have a few other functions. You can play around and figure it out. The most important thing to remember is that you have your micro SD inserted, that the phone is charged and switched on, that the micro SD has data and airtime loaded. This is very important. And that you have at least one signal bar in the top left corner. If all these things are in place, you should be good to go. And if you have any problems, or if you have questions, or if you want to tell us how wonderful we are, then please send the ID code or the reg code of the product, the item that you want in question, and the phone number of the SD card. So the ID number and the phone number of the SD card in the watch to customer services, and we will assist you.